When I was in high school, I was so lucky. My Sunday school teacher was Enzio Buscia, who at the time was an emeritus general authority. And he always said, whatever questions you guys have for me are more important than anything that I've prepared for you. So if you have questions, ask them. And I distinctly remember there was an Ensign article that came out. It was entitled Conditional Divine Love. And I read through it, and it kind of gave all these reasons why God's love is actually conditional and not unconditional. And it bothered me so bad because I was like, no, I've been taught my entire life that God's love is unconditional, that we always get it. So I brought this to Elder Buscia, and I said, Elder Buscia, this is bothering me so bad. I brought him the physical article, and I said, help me understand this. And he looked it over, and he had this big grin. And he was a German man. He actually was in Hitler's army before he converted to the church. So he had a lot of life experience. But he closed his eyes like he always would and kind of shook his head a little bit. And then he said, God's love is like the sun. He said, it's always there. But sometimes we decide to walk away from the sun. The sun is always available to us, but sometimes we decide to turn our back and walk away. But he said, the moment that you decide to turn around and face the sun, you will feel its warmth. And it's the same with God. The moment that you decide to turn toward him, you will feel his warmth. You will feel his love. And I testify that that's true, and that I have a testimony in the gospel of Jesus Christ. And when we just turn our faces toward him, that he's with us.